All right.
Okay, so the 30th session of our game. So let's go.
Okay. Horace woke up in a between two stones in like a glade. Um, then passed back out. Woke up in a building he was not familiar with. Icarus, unbeknownst to everyone else, was taking a little side journey on his way here through, I think, the celestial realms. Um, then Abazad Jaz shows up, um, and a new companion, Ak Abrami, also a little showed up.
Trot
Felt
along.
a little battle. Then they
Go ahead.
uh, sorry. Then they found that then Horace introduced them to his old friend Talus. Um, Horace is a bad liar. Was a bad liar, and got himself in trouble. Everyone else seems to be their covers thus far holding, but Horace was taken down to the dungeon, said something he shouldn't have said, and was smited by the curse that was placed on him. And we left with just Talus and Horace in the dungeon. Horace dead.
And Talus embracing his corpse, and crying pretty pettily when you left. Also, then there are the 3 other prisoners down there. Yeah. So that's when we start. I think the last thing you guys did, is she sent you up. Just leave me, leave me, leave me. And you were going upstairs. So let's start there.
Can anyone explain what just happened in there? As he will say.
I have a sneaky suspicion he said something he shouldn't have, and he paid the price for it.
Whatever that was even I could feel the magic coming off of him when he did that. What did you guys do when you were in earlier?
Which god do you follow again? Oh, right. Never mind. Forget I asked. Let's just go upstairs. That's probably where Horace is. Well, he was staying. Don't even know anymore.
So at that point, the human servants start. You're standing in the kitchen right now, and the human servants start to prepare the meal of the noon, or actually the evening, right? Yeah, sorry, the evening. So the cooking and the chopping kind of starts. The other cultists that were down there with Talis also stand on top of the stairs, kind of waiting for her to get up.
I'll turn around to one of them and say, where was our friend's room?
Your friend? And one kind of cocks the head a little bit.
I am just seeking to lay his soul to rest.
He is a traitor to the cult. Why would you want to lay his soul to rest? His body is downstairs anyway.
Forgive me. I am not used to seeing someone die like that.
Yes, I don't know how he died. But good riddance, I say.
Go and wait.
What you say? Sorry, didn't catch that.
Where should we go and wait?
You can go upstairs again. Talis might want to speak with you new guys some more. With that, he addresses you and Icarus.
Oh, looks at the rest and goes, well, I guess we know where we should head.
Just shakes his head. She seemed to know him. Is Talis going to be a... well...
What?
never mind. And guess I'll start heading upstairs.
Okay. The rest?
Oh, I guess follows behind.
I think perhaps I should keep an eye on them and follows after them.
Okay. Yeah, you get outside. You want to move up, go upstairs, or?
Upstairs.
Okay. So, yeah, no problem. There's no one stopping you, so.
Hmm. Let me check. Do I have... Yep, I do. What? Yep, that works. I will Icarus with focus for a bit as everyone else is heading upstairs. Probably said something nonchalantly like, I'll be right there. And it focus a bit in its search for his holy symbol. Is it anywhere nearby?
Do you need a holy symbol to cast that spell, though?
Think not. Let me check what the materials are. I do have the Pega components. I think for some I do, but I think not this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's invoking a spell, right?
I think that the material component is like a twig, so if need be, I think I can get one.
Oh, you have your component pouch, right? So that's not an issue.
Yeah. But it's not a normal spell, so it doesn't require holy symbol. It's not a special. Not unique. Yeah, it's just a forked twig.
Okay. You do this right outside, basically.
Out of sight,
of
course.
In between 10 and 15, or where you want to go? Like you were in the kitchen. The rest was going basically here,
10
and then
and 5, you
upstairs.
mean? Between 10 and 5, you mean? So
Yeah, in this corridor here, or where you want to do this. You can do this like in the foyer kind of thing, with the kind of statues standing on the bottom of the stairs. You could do this could do it upstairs somewhere here. You could like maybe go into one of the rooms.
entering a random room sounds strange, so I'll probably just do it in the corridor if there's no one there and the doors are closed.
Well, I assume you closed the door behind you from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Obviously there are some people in the kitchen, the 3 servants that are working there right now, the two guards or cultists that you spoke to. You don't know what's in the other rooms, right?
True. Well, I don't think it makes a lot of noise, and with the cooking sound, they probably won't hear me or suspect. So unless there's someone in the other rooms, be bad, but...
Okay.
So anywhere secluded, basically.
I'm asking you where you want to do it.
Between 10 and 5 in a corner, probably.
Okay. Yeah, it's you know how far it is away? I wasn't sure. I think you didn't, but you know.
No, I know the direction and if it's
direction.
moving.
Okay, it's not moving right now, and it is towards the east. Sorry, west.
I don't know if I can tell if it's up or down, but...
Probably the direction would also include like it is on your level.
Okay, then I check one of the eastern doors, whichever seems to be the...
When you move,
western.
you would be able to triangulate it a little bit further, right? So it is fairly close, and you think it's in the southern of the 2 eastern rooms.
Okay. I give it a gentle knock and then open. I don't suspect there's anyone there, but wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, there's no answer to the knock. So you open the door. You see, as I said earlier, this small room, right?
Mm.
And you see the fireplace is still lit, the brazier, which gives it a rather comfortable kind of warmth to it. You're after all kind of high in the mountains. Yeah, and you see that some of the stuff that Horace was wearing is in here. And obviously not his armor and his weapons. That's the stuff he had with him, right?
Mm.
But you see basically his backpack on the bottom of his standing lying on the bottom of his bed, or the bed that is made.
I'd go there quickly if it's in there.
Mhm.
Search for my symbol, grab it. Anything else that I would find there that would like give anything away? I think he lost everything, so I don't think he has anything. But
He usually does so. Let's see. So what's in your backpack?
probably his own only symbol. Not sure what else.
Now he'd have his holy symbol on him. Prayer book. Not much. He lost most everything.
The robe. I don't know even what robe you mean by that.
That shimmering robe that they got.
When?
The cloak?
When Icarus got turned really old.
Basically, when we were getting the crown.
The crown?
Yeah.
The cloak.
So you would probably find that robe in there. Shit, you had
He's
that.
been wearing it.
You've been wearing it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
put it on when we were down there and never took it off.
Okay.
So you wouldn't find that.
Yeah. So basically, you just find some rations, his prayer book, as you said. And probably some money as well.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna steal from a dead guy. Don't even know if... Well, it's not gonna be put to much better use here, but not about to do that. So I'll just take back what's mine. There's nothing else I can take well, I don't even know his real name at the moment, and not even his family. And I mean, the only person I know that's close related to his family also killed him. So even if there was a moment, I'm not sure where to take it. So all I can offer is a quick silent prayer, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
as I put everything back in its place and respectfully with the room.
Okay. So what's Asbara and Bram doing in the meantime?
Well, Asbar is standing in the doorway watching Icarus and
Wait,
says,
wait. He said he let you go ahead.
"Oh, okay. Then I don't know. I'm somewhere. Pick a spot."
Bram went upstairs to the room. You were talking to
Yeah.
Talis earlier. You free to move. I don't know what happens, and depending on which room you get, but in general, you're free to move.
I went back to that conference room and I'm sitting at that table.
Okay. So you're sitting there and waiting, basically.
Yeah,
I didn't want to do anything else.
I'll just wait.
Okay. Bram?
Looks around the room. Probably doesn't see anything interesting and just sits down.
Okay.
So my story is the shakiest, and I'm wondering how I can shore it up a little bit.
Okay. So, Icarus?
After a few minutes, Icarus will walk in, just look at Asbara, who probably is kicking back in the chair. Well, that's one way to mourn, I guess.
More than what?
Exactly. So, Abraham, you said you were searching for the dragons, but you never told us exactly what brought you here.
And I will say that somebody I was in Waterdeep, and I was told to speak with somebody, and I came this way looking for something.
Well, that's fine.
A dragon, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Well. Do you know, did they tell us where we are? Just a general direction, right?
No.
I will actually. If you
Bram knows, but the rest of you, right now, you have no idea where you are right now.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly.
if you
So,
answer.
any of you has any idea where we are?
We are in. What are these mountains called again?
Grey Peak Mountains.
The Great Peak Mountains. Near the city of Parnas.
Small step, I guess. About how much would this be? Distance?
Whole lot.
Around here somewhere.
I took one of the passes through the mountains going towards Parnas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's strange.
So you're on the side to the desert.
And supposedly on the other side of these mountains is the big Northern Realms desert.
This part is considered the north as well?
From where I stand, this is the Northern Realms.
I always... Either way, thought they were upper north, but okay, that's one position when they go put one of their cells.
I mean, far northern realms.
I'll probably regret asking Bram, but you never heard about the castle in the sky, have you?
Oh, no, all I know is there's a dragon, and
Excellent.
I'm you seeking dragons.
Excellent. Well,
I come from far to the south.
I did notice. I hope you don't find them.
To the point where my hometown isn't even on this map.
What? There's no way you're southern than Tyndall.
Yes, farther than Thindle.
That's like farther. Start to get up here.
I
Not
came
sure how big this is.
I came by boat from the lands of Zykel. Far to the south.
Yes, Dave, you're far as well. Okay, never mind. I don't think this conversation is getting as much elsewhere. I'll probably take a look around the house. Check
Okay.
what's going on. You boys want to stay here. Have fun.
Okay. So right now you're in room 16, first floor.
That's about like a window, right?
Let's say yes.
Checking outside. What the terrain was mountains, right?
Yes, you're
What
in the
the-
mountains.
What's the time of the day at the moment?
It's evening, as I said. When you left the kitchen, they kind of started to prepare the meal.
So not much daylight left. Okay.
Not too much. There's some, but
Well, I'll walk outside the room and probably begin checking some of these left doors, which I assume are also guest rooms, since this is second floor. Anything that looks regal, I'll probably won't touch.
regal.
This is like an office door, a very locked door, big double doors, things like that.
Can you give me a second here? You should be able to see a little bit more.
Oh, there's those stairs then.
Yeah, they lead into the
Kitchen, I guess.
kitchen. You see, there's some, like if you take a look, there's some, right? This leads probably to here.
Yep, yep.
So from what you see, every door looks pretty much the same.
Well, if they have no annotations, let's start
Yeah.
with this one. See if I can find anything more about what's going on here.
Okay.
I mean, we have someone that found pretty much what's going on, but he died.
So you open the first door. When you open the door, you see the shutters in this room are opened. Most of these are actually closed, allowing light to shine in. You see 4 unmanned beds line the south wall, and furnishings including a table with 4 chairs and a wine rack containing a multitude of bottles, most of them uncorked and empty. You see also in one of the chairs there's sitting an older human who looks up when you open the door, looks at you and it's, what do you want? Who are you?
One of the new guys, not sure if you've heard.
What heard what? I don't know you. What's the passphrase?
That again. I came from far, not from here.
What's the passphrase, matey? If you're one of us, you know it.
Look, I just crossed half the country through a portal, all the way up here. I'm not up to this. Where can I sleep?
He stands up and sheaths his sword. What's the password?
Look,
Passphrase, not password, passphrase. Did you just stand there? Okay,
uh,
so the next thing he does, he slowly advances towards you as you still stand in the doorway practically.
I freaking leave you alone and go back wait where I should.
He continues to advance, he's about to reach you.
I'll begin leaving the room and walking south, back to where everyone else is. Probably wait there.
He follows you.
I leave the door open for him. Feel free. And then just sit in a chair, hold my arms, probably put it next to something, and just see if I can pass the time.
He closes the door behind you, so you are on your own after you taken a look and saw the other two guys in there. And then you hear him kind of shouting going away and shouting in the hall.
Well, that one didn't know what's going on.
Looks over at Esbar and says, "Looks like the lady's not going to be too happy with us." What you do, go Snoop?
100 gold, please.
For what?
Not you. I'm talking to Abba Salami over here.
Oh, sir. We'll look at him and go, "Oh boy." Good sir, I wish I had 100 gold because I'd give it to you right now. Looks over at our friend and goes, "Oh boy, I wonder how much trouble we're in now."
Well, this is nothing new.
Looks at Asbar and says, "Boy, we really should learn and figure out." Wait,
He hasn't learned yet. He ain't gonna learn now.
looks at him and goes, "Why the hell did you get in trouble?"
I didn't. I walked around because you guys didn't seem to be doing anything. Do I hear anyone else coming this way?
No.
Okay. Anyway, Asbar, what's the freaking passphrase that these guys use?
All hail Azabra, the Josh, the god of all.
Alright, I'll keep it in mind.
Actually, I was thinking about this a little while ago when they asked you, a little while ago being last week, when they asked you, when you first met that cleric, everybody did the Hail Tiamat crap. Might be that.
Probably.
It's just a hunch, but I would try it if I needed it.
So, what you gonna do?
I'll do the ultimate. Probably not we're gonna walk around anymore, since these guys, that one at least already has it out for me, and the other ones at least aren't very keen on our present. Since these guys at least don't seem to care that the other camp was wiped, so hey, that's a thing.
Was wiped?
Pretty much.
I don't understand what you meant.
Wiped, yes.
But what was wiped?
Castle Negator? At least that's your story?
What do you mean my story? You doubt what I said to you?
Yes. Quite honestly.
Would you like me to send you back? I'm sure you can say hi to your friend. Sure, he'd be anxious to see you again.
Of course he would. Who wouldn't?
I don't believe he's talking about your friendly friend.
Yes. Thank you, Bram. Actually, you might be interested in his friend. You should really send him back.
You're fucked up.
So, is there anything you want to do? Because that doesn't seem that there's anyone coming for you right now.
That's, I think... well, after a few minutes I'll probably just get up, go back down, check on the unicorn, if she's alright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd assume she would stay where you put her.
Yep, just making sure. There's goblins. Can never
When
trust
you-
kobolds. Kobolds.
Yeah.
At least it's not bugbears, okay?
Wait, who, where? Bugbears?
When you get down, Luciel kind of seems very happy to see you. And kind of cozies up against you. Other than that, you see some kobolds kind of running around from time to time. It seems that they're cleaning, but you're not too sure with kobolds. If it is really cleaning what they're doing right now. Maybe it's supposed to be that way, but other than that, there's not a lot going on here right now. And you don't see Talis anywhere. You don't see the other guards.
Yep, she's probably still down there. Just hope that, well, we'll be able to meet under different circumstances. I'll probably take either my dagger or maybe my sword. Not sure if do I still have a dagger? I think not. I think I used them all. Just get a bit of my cloak or any other tissue I have. Make
Still
sure
on the outside, right in front of the compound.
Yeah, just make sure our wounds are treated and their horn, even if it's small, completely out of sight. Don't want getting in trouble on my account.
It is. Luciel is wearing some armament, right? So it is hidden under there right now.
Yep, just make sure that's well done, so it's not like they can see through a strange angle.
Yep.
Okay. After that is then I'll spend a few minutes and probably go back upstairs, just chatting.
Okay. The other, you two still waiting upstairs, or you want to do anything else?
No, I'm waiting. I don't want... Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay.
Going to wait.
If
Okay.
it takes a long time, I might go to the kitchen and find something to eat.
Okay. So about half an hour later, still nothing happened.
I'm going to the kitchen to find something to eat.
Okay. When you get down to the kitchen, you see the servants are still working there, preparing the meal, about to finish. It is when you hear Talis from downstairs shouting up to one of the cultists that are up. They're still standing basically to the sides of the stairs that lead down to her. And you hear Talis shout basically. Wait, where is it? Give me a second here. Names. Malgot, come down here! And one of them kind of turns around, goes downstairs. Did the other two follow you? Or are you both staying in upstairs?
I'll probably follow a little bit behind. I mean, not sure.
Little bit behind, so you're basically stalking him like 5 feet behind him. If he looks, you kind of hide, or how do you mean this?
Not sure. No, I probably wouldn't follow me. So that's pretty Joe's. Why would I follow me? No.
Okay. Brav?
Eh, I kind of reticent to do anything to make them mad at me, so I'm going to sit there and wait.
Okay, so Asbara, you are on your own, more or less, right now,
Yep.
standing in the middle, in the kitchen.
I'm gonna move closer to that door, see if I can hear what's going on.
Door?
You know, the entryway to downstairs.
You're in the kitchen, that's what you said, right? You want to go to the
Yeah,
kitchen?
but you said that I heard her call his guy and he went down the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer towards the stairs to see if I can hear what's going on down there.
Okay. Well, there's still the other guy. He kind of, when you come, it's like, yeah, Asbara, how can I help you? Also,
I'm
with
hungry.
your perception check.
Coming up.
Yeah, lunch is about to be finished. Just a few more moments. And he kind of folds his arms a little bit. Like, so what do you plan to do next? Why did you come here? He was not with Talis when you spoke earlier, right? So.
Well, now I'm waiting to see what happens with Talis and this person she knew before I head over to see my master.
Well, you and me both, brother. You and me both. Due to the sounds of cooking, like the boiling water and the meat that is getting prepared, the chopping sounds of the vegetables, you cannot make out what is happening downstairs. There are no obvious loud sounds, at least.
So has anything fun happened around here lately? Anything interesting?
He kind of folds his arm in front of his chest a little bit and says, "Yeah, you arrived and got into a brawl with our troll."
Yeah, you guys really need to put that thing on a leash. How dared he attack a red wizard?
Nah, he was always a wildcat, but Talis made short work of him, right?
Well, I could have too, but I preserved her pet for her.
So while you stand up there, you kind of the guy kind of comes kind of like jogging upstairs the stairs up where you stand and says, "Asbara, there you are. Good. Come on down. Talis wants to speak to you."
I nod to the guy I was talking to and I start following him down.
Okay, so when you get downstairs, you again see Talis standing over a very grizzled-looking corpse of Horace. The skin kind of shriveled, like like if the water kind of got pulled out of it. His teeth lying on in front of him. He kind of still hangs there in his cuffs on the wall, and you see Tada standing in front of him. Her eyes still beat red. It seems like she was wearing some sort of makeup or something. That obviously due to the crying kind of got washed over her face, like looking like a panda right now a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see her standing in front of him and kind of turning around. Oh, there you are.
May I do something for you?
And you see her face still very in unrest. She is like she's yes, yes. Please, please come with me. Come with me. I need to speak to you. Not in front of those. Kind of points to the other prisoners who are down there.
I follow.
Yeah, and she leads you upstairs, and whilst you do the
hold on. So she called me downstairs to go back upstairs.
No. You were, but already in, like he was. I'm not going to explain towards you why this happened that way. It just did. There's a reason for it. I can explain it later. I don't want to break any more immersion right now. She starts to lead you upstairs and into the first level, and while she does, she kind of turns to you and asks, "So, where are the recruits?"
They're over in that room we were speaking in before.
Okay, then come, follow me. And she kind of takes a turn, not into this room, but into going into that room with you. And yeah, when you get in here, actually, sorry, yeah, she would go into a different room.
Bedroom's fine with me.
My bad. So, totally okay. So instead of leading you towards the first floor, she kind of goes towards the south. And instead of basically going to the foyer, she kind of goes in here, and this reveals a rather large room, which is more or less empty. So this room is warm and comfortable, with a large fireplace, stuffed leather chairs, a table set with smoked sausages and candles. The tapestries display a magnificent white stag above a valley, with a pair of green dragons soaring over the deer, boars, and hedgehogs hiding among the leaves and trees below. The walls of each have a trophy or two, including two fine mountain goat heads, an elk head with a 10-point rack, a giant eagle's head and talons, a metallic bull's head, metallic, right? A griffin's head and 4 claws, and a head of a white furred boar with tusks as long as daggers. Other than that, the room seems to be deserted, and she kind of bids you towards one of the chairs and sits next to you, if you sit down.
I will sit.
Okay. She then turns to you, and her voice still is trembling a little bit, and she asks you, "So, you are a wizard of Thai. Can you do me a favor?"
Which is?
You saw downstairs there were more prisoners.
Odds.
Hmm? Sorry.
I nodded.
Okay. She says, the dwarf. I have procured him and wanted some information, but so far he has been unwilling to part with it. Right now I am not stocked for any more powerful form of mind reading. Would you assist me in retrieving the information I seek?
And who is this dwarf?
Oh, he's a nobody. Don't worry about it.
Very well. What would you have me do?
I want him to answer me some questions. And I want to know the truth of certain things that are happening, which I know he knows, but so far, as I said, he's been uncooperative. Cooperative. And I thought you might know a way or two.
I am very good in the interrogation arts. However, part of my magic, and I make a gesture, like I'm being sarcastic,
Mm-hmm.
is to know all I can about my inquiry.
She
The more I
says,
know, the more I can twist and fish for information.
she says, his name is Cragnar, and he is one of the minions of Varen the White, and she kind of spits out the name. She's not spitting, but like saying it in disgust.
I got it. What can you tell me of him? And I care not for your infighting, so do not worry.
He is a trusted minion of his, and I do want to know where Varam is and what his plans are. There's something fishy about him, and he owns what is mine. At that point, there's a knocking sound on the door, and one of the servants kind of looms in, says, my lady, the the the, the dinner is ready." She kind of nods. "Bring it over here, and bring the recruits upstairs their meal as well." So, Asbara, what more can you tell me of what happened in the Mirror of Dead Man?
I don't know, it was weird. It was as if the lizards were provoked, perhaps, and things just went downhill from there. Total disaster.
Well, I think we got our culprit, who was the instigator. However, I do not know why his master would have sent him out to do such a thing. She kind of mumbles a little bit to herself, not really addressing you with that. She then tells you, well, sorry, I kind of got sidetracked there a little bit. Yeah, we already tried to speak to the dwarf, Kragnar, that is. We left him with just a few fingers on his left hand, and he still didn't budge, so is there anything else we can do to help you for the interrogation?
Let us eat, and then I will get your information for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course. And she kind of turns back to the topic, to another topic. So when did you meet? When did you meet Torek?
I'm sorry, Torek? Oh, yes. Your friend down there. Well, I did not know him as Torek. I knew him as Horace. Very mysterious, though. Didn't talk much. The recruits came over there not too long ago, before the uprising, and so I really don't know him that well.
What can you tell me about the other one, the one who brought him here?
He is even more mysterious than your friend.
What do you mean by that?
I don't take it upon myself to just sit around and chatting with cultists all day. I'm sure you understand. But, in their guard duties and whatnot, of course I've run into them, and, well, you could be a chatty bunch. So they do talk, but, I mean, look at them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just, he was friends with your friend. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing.
So, what's up with his pet?
Yeah, that's an ugly little thing, isn't it? I don't know. One day the guy hates birds, the next day he's got a little pony. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There was this raven that was always around him, and he just, I don't know. It was like they were fighting.
Curious.
But the raven seemed to be cool as everything, let me tell you. Really nice bird. So
Well,
what did your friend tell you?
my friend.
What did you call him? Torek?
Oh. He told me that he worked for a specific dragon. I was thinking to be aligned with our cause. I have not all the information at hand, but that is what he told me, and then he just shriveled away, shriveled in front.
Well, it is not wise to cross a dragon. Being a member of the cult, you should know that better than anyone.
In front of me, he just like to a raisin. This is... I need to fight.
Sorry again. No, I'm sorry. You go. Sorry.
I need more information to find out what happened. And you can obviously see that she is fighting with tears at this point.
You seem to be quite adept at the healing arts. Was there nothing you can do for him?
Kind of turns towards you with a with a tear in her eye, and so she says, he he's against us. From what I've heard, he is the reason why the castle fell. He is our foe. Our foe needs to be destroyed.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that he was working for this dragon that you speak of?
I'm sure of it, and with that she seems to be pretty adamant about it.
And the dragon was allied with the cult, was it not?
It doesn't seem that way. I thought so, but
Well, I'm just trying to make the point that perhaps he wasn't against you. Maybe there's more going on than even you know. Perhaps he wasn't so bad after all. He obviously cared enough to tell you the truth, even though he knew it was his death.
maybe. But I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm confused. And with that, she kind of finishes her meal and stands up and turns around to you and with a serious tone in her voice now again, still a little bit flattery, not flattery, trembling. Sorry, trembling. She kind of turns around to you and says, "So, the dwarf. I trust you in that matter. Can I trust you in that matter?"
I'll help you with your dwarf. In the meantime, I wouldn't be so hard on your friends' friends there. You don't know everything that's going on, and they may be of use.
Well, there's but one way to find out. She kind of turns around and leaves the room.
All right, and I guess I'm going to go fry me some dwarf.
Okay, so let's before you start to fry, let's turn to the others. So you've been upstairs for quite some time, and Asbara left over an hour ago. So was there anything you wanted to do in the meantime? About 3/4 of an hour, some servants came in and brought you something to eat.
Well, Asbar is probably getting stuff on the finer stuff. Anything I wanted to do? Probably not. I'm the least trusted of our band here, so anything I do may end in trouble.
And
So really depends. It's also the thing, right? Anything you wanna do, Bram? Sorry.
I'm going to be sitting here, and I'll eat my food slowly and contemplate on how I'm going to shore up my little towards the lady, even though I know I've heard what the cult's name is now.
Yeah, not very imaginative. Okay, so you eat your lunch, and about 3/4 later, right? 3/4 of an hour later, to an hour maybe, Talis comes in, and she looks a little bit different than she looked when she was with Asbara. Just she kind of does not have her repeat red eyes anymore,
Mhm.
and subsided a little bit. She cleaned up her face. And yeah, when she comes in, she kind of says in a strong voice, "So, You too.
I presume you'd still want the white mass.
I do not want it. I'm meant to have it.
Precisely.
She
Okay.
kind of sits down, not next to you, but on the other side of the table, vis-a-vis. And she kind of looks at you and says, "So I heard you were hanging with Torek. Tell me, please, tell me everything he did in the castle."
Well, we arrived nearly at the same time, just a little before. We knew him as Horace. Now of the Black Branch, most of them were. I don't even know what to speak of them, but Horace, he was someone that I enjoyed the company, one of the few. We're just standing guard most of the time, not much to do. There was always the problem with the bullywugs and the lizard men, and for the most part, we try to stay out of it. But then things started to get rather. Went to speak, but well, Captain pretty much dismissed. Horace mostly kept to himself, but
What
he-
happened? Please go in more detail. Into more detail.
Well, Horace was talking a lot with the bullywugs and lizardmen. I think he was trying to form an agreement with them. I didn't dislike the idea, so when he suggested a plan to go and speak with their shaman, I agreed. You see, apparently the lizardman also had a shaman, but he was killed by the bullywugs, and that left things on pretty bad standing. Horace had this plan where we would speak with the bullywug's shaman and see if we could settle a deal with the lizardmen. This is the settled territory, so they could do whatever they wanted, but stop causing ruckus with each other. Entering the complex where the shaman was pretty simple. We didn't have much trouble at all. The shaman was less than cooperative, but Horace could be somewhat persuasive. Problem is, we didn't check with the lizardman well enough. What we thought was to be simple conversation turned out to be an ambush on their part. As far as I know, the shaman made it out safely. We made sure of that. But by that point, the lizardmen were crazed. Apparently they have better weapons. They were staging a revolt, so as far as I'm concerned, it was only a matter of time before things got out of hand. After all that, all hell broke loose. The moment I found him in the middle of battle, he was gravely wounded, and I carried him back to the cave complex where the portal is, and dragged him. That's where you met him.
What did he say towards the shaman of the bullywugs? What did you do? Did he do? You said he was persuasive.
Not very well versed in the arts, I just know a little bit, but I think he used a little bit of magic. Let's say while he was talking politely with his right hand, his left hand seemed to be grabbing something in his pouch. He mentioned something about he being in the better position and able to get a better deal, and therefore easy to deal with the lizardmen and get the upper hand without the need to get into a scuffle.
And you say the lizard man did something you didn't expect to do? Was Torek surprised at this?
Well, when the arrow started flying, I wasn't looking at his face, but as far as I'm concerned, probably yes. It did seem genuine. You think you know a person, but I don't even know anymore.
Give
I
me a
mean,
diploma.
persuasion. Okay, give me a second.
Is it persuasion? Let's see.
It's the diplomacy. It's either persuasion, intimidation, or is there anything else? I bluff. One of those.
Yeah, it's persuasion in that case. You're right.
Where is persuasion? There we go.
Hmm. Okay.
Is she waiting for me to finish, or?
Sure, why not?
Well, it's one of those things you think you know a person. I mean, I thought his name was Horace. What do you know? It's probably a little too soon. It seems you knew him as well.
Yes. I knew him. I knew him a long time ago. But it seems that you and me both have been taken for a fool by him.
Icarus just shakes his head and like looking down.
I never could figure him out. But back then, everything looked a little bit simpler back then.
Don't all things. Don't all things.
So, sorry. Why did you join the cult? What brought you here?
Quite honestly, I was tired with the way things were being handled. Giants.
Who handled things?
Society. The general public, generally accepted gods. So, can't even begin with it. People tries to live lives just on their own, and everyone gets in their business. Thugs, thieves, everything. No one does them. In fact, they are with them. Just got tired of it all. Wanted something new.
Sorry, go ahead.
You never been in a position where you're in a town, you think you know the people, and then they turn around and try to backstab you, at the least at provocation.
So what is it that you seek?
Change. I'm tired of the same old. I'm tired of living according to society's carefully constructed laws.
Okay. Give me deception roll with disadvantage on this. Okay. And she kind of turns towards Brahm and you.
Tell me, lady, my lady, have you ever been visited by a dragon?
If you want to know what your dog does,
I was not visited by a dragon, no. But I do visit dragons myself from time to time. But I asked you a question.
I think he's speaking with someone there. So. Oh, okay.
and looks at her and says, "When I was in my where I have come from,
Mhm.
we there was only one major temple. On the wall was a dragon, a great red dragon.
Sorry, go ahead. What did you say before that? On the wall?
On the wall was a great red dragon.
That isn't true, right? Like, metagaming wise, that isn't true?
The on the wall was a dragon, but it was dirty. It looked like it was red until
Yeah,
he cleaned it up. At first, it was red. Then he cleaned it.
Okay.
And I asked the other the other members of this church, why don't you worship that? And none of them could answer me. They said they had no idea what it was for. And when somebody did come to study this, he only thing he said was that it was a dragon, and he wished to study it. Even even where I come from, the legends of dragons are great and powerful beings.
And now you pray to this red dragon?
I pray to all dragons, but the one there that was there the most, I made a small shrine to it, and I went searching for the man who told me that the man who told me that it was a dragon and that he was there to study it. So I wanted to learn more of dragons.
Hmm. She nods. Says, thank you for the information.
So I followed him northward and further northward. And when I came to the town of Waterdeep, I met a man in the row who asked me if I wanted to know more of dragons, and he sent me off off to look for one this way.
So, are you a part of us or are you not?
Is your dragon a god of dragons?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is your Tiamat the goddess of dragons?
Of course. She is, yes. She is the only god of dragons.
And I have only seen one dragon. Are all dragons red?
Give me a second.
Okay. So you're so far to the south, you're like second dimension?
No.
No, I was just making a joke.
He basically has no information on dragons. But
She says, there are all kinds of different dragons, but above them all are the white ones. These magnificent beasts. They are the royalty among every other dragon, and those who say not to that are just misled. This breed hails from the north, and it is greatness incarnate. They are the ones you should venerate. They are the ones who are the grandest among them all. If you do want to see a dragon, you might want to hurry and go to the city of Parnest. Right now there's one of our bases, and the Grand Dragon resides in this castle. Bring him gifts, and he might accept you in his grandeur, in his presence, and marvel at his sight. So by that point it is getting kinda late, and she then says, "Is there anything else I can do for you? Is there anything else you would like to know?" Okay.
It's not urgent, but is there any news on the thief Varen?
What? Sorry.
Varen.
The thief?
Yep.
Varen. Okay. Not now. Although I'm working on that front. I will find them.
Just nods.
And she kind of stands up and starts to leave. And in the doorway, she kind of turns around and says, towards you, Brom. When you get to the castle, however, beware. Don't trust Rezmir. And she kind of leaves. So back to Asbara.
Yes.
So she basically more or less left you down there after the meal.
Yeah, and I
You
went
wanted
down to the prison.
Okay. When you get down to the prison, you see the body, the corpse of Horace. Not there anymore. But the other three prisoners are still there. There's the woman with some bruises and cuts. There's the human who looks like he was treated more kindly. And then there's the dwarf, and he bodily is in a rough condition. You see that he's missing more than one finger. You see that he seems to have some broken bones, a swollen up face from the beating he took, probably. And you did not see a dwarf that was looking a little bit gaunt. He is not looking gaunt, but malnourished. Not the puffy cheeks you would expect from his race. And they kind of, when you get down there, there's no one else in here other than the three prisoners. They kind of look up towards you and shiver a little bit. All except the dwarf, he's not shivering.
fool. Is there a chair in the room?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I go down there. As Bar goes downstairs and gives a quick look around and grabs the chair and he moves it in front of the cages and he puts it down and he sits in the chair. He's
Okay.
rubbing his chin and he's looking. Not saying a word, he's just looking. Looks at the non-roughed up guy, I believe you said.
Yep.
The girl, then the dwarf. And he's eyeing them back and forth. Huh. These two are intelligent. But what's the matter, dwarf? Not scared?
He stoically looks at you.
Nothing to say, Kragnar? That is the right name, right?
Yeah, that's what Todd said. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have anything to say, Kragnar? I guess by your silence he's not answering me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I wait a minute. And I stand. Now, they're in cages?
Yes. Why not? Sure.
Well, how can I get into the dwarf then?
How do you want to get in there?
Am I able to open the cage?
Yes.
All right, so I open the cage. As Bar opens the cage and he steps in. Do you have any idea who I am? Now, I want to look at him real quick. I don't know, it might be too metagamey for you, but does he look really fucked up? Like if I do something, I'm going to kill him right away?
What do you think?
Could have just had the shit beat out of him, but...
Mm-hmm. Would you think he's on the verge of death? Or do you think he's...
I would think not. I would think that they want him to stay alive until they can get the information out of him.
Okay.
And I think you're going to be a kind and benevolent DM and let me get at least one good shot in without killing him.
Okay. So what do you do?
I'm trying to give you a chance to talk here. I could, of course, do things my way, and when I am done, you will be begging for death. But it will not come. You will pray to whatever god you worship. You will beg. And it will just continue over and over. Now, are you going to answer me?
He still seems very stoic and strong. As I said earlier, he looks like he has been through quite a rough patch lately. Like a malnourished dwarf, a dwarf that is missing several fingers, at least like the first one or two ankles.
Digits.
Digits.
Okay, digits. And swollen up face. So yeah. But now he seems to not be willing to answer here.
So I look at him, and my mouth doesn't move, but he hears in his mind,
Okay.
you might be very good at taking physical pain. But I'm sure that resilience is not so well on the mind. I suggest you talk. Sending you a message. 1 second.
Okay. So, Brom and Icarus, you two doing anything in the meantime? You're still upstairs. I guess not. Okay.
Looks at Icarus and goes, "Ugh. Probably gonna have to be a while. Gonna be a while before anybody comes in and gets us." So lays his head on the table, starts to take a nap.
Okay. Dave, you said you write me a PM, right? Or whisper, whatnot.
Yeah, I mixed up. I was going to do something else, but I changed it. So that's what I do.
Okay. That's a wisdom, right?
That is a wisdom.
14?
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and our person 12, 13, 14, 15.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Well,
so
it's 8 plus my casting stat plus my proficiency bonus, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 8, 12, 13, 14, 15.
should be in your, like, on your tab, on your spell tab, there should be the DC. Like, it does the math for you.
Oh,
But-
yeah, it does. Look at that. Yeah, it's 15. Wish you
Okay.
said that 2 seconds ago.
So he kind of looks at you, and then looks away at you, like looks to the ground.
Kragnar, are you ready to discuss this with me, or does it have to get worse?
Out of his grinding teeth, he then says towards you, "You cannot, you, you cannot do something to me that isn't already be done. Go ahead, go, go ahead, do, do your worst." Bite my arse.
Good, I'm glad I rolled low.
Okay, so another save.
Yeah, another wisdom save.
Oh, he fails.
Alright, so hopefully that didn't kill him.
Okay, so what happens? Tell me. What do you do and what happens?
As Barra's standing in front of him,
Mhm.
and he takes his hand and lifts the dwarf's chin up so that he's looking at him. Actually, does this dwarf have a beard?
Sure. You're getting back at me now.
I grab him by his beard, and I lift his head up so that he's looking at me.
Yeah.
And I just, like, Asbara just whispers words that the other two can't even hear or nothing.
Okay.
And he starts wigging out in pain and suffering and, like, unimaginable pain that he didn't think could happen.
Okay. So he writhes and with your hand in his beard. Like, the beard is also already a little bit singed. Like, parts of it kind of look a little bit patchy. But you grab him at his beard and he's writhing at the words you're whispering into his ears.
And with that, I pull out a small patch of hair when I let go of him.
Okay.
Now tell me about Varim. What are his plans? tell me, and I will end this quickly.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll, a straight one.
Damn it!
So he's writhing in your hand, basically, and so Tony, what do you think the dwarf does next?
I think a dwarf defending another dwarf might spit in his face
Okay.
with a 7.
Okay.
He's not very intimidated.
Okay. So he's writhing in pain, and you just like doing this movement, like doing this writhing and trying to like get away from you, and your hand on his chin. He kind of rip apart and says to you, "You want to know about Varric? He is the one. He's the white representative of the dragons. I've seen it. I've seen what comes," and he spits on your face. Do your worst, mage.
Is that dwarf tortured? It's probably yellow.
There's actually some blood. There's actually some blood in the spittle. That
This
slowly
guy just
drips.
spit in my face. Now I have
Yeah,
to
okay.
ask this. I have to ask this question because if
Okay.
it's Tony's character, I don't want to kill him. Is it Tony?
In metagaming, no, it's not.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't Tony about to die.
But whoops.
The spit deals 1 damage. He bursts into flames.
I'm lighting a cigarette for this one.
Getting ready.
Yep.
I
All right.
thought it's a cigarette after, not before. But oh well.
Oh no, I smoke during, buddy. I wipe this as Barra wipes the spit off his face, and he does not look amused. And he steps back a little bit, waves his hand, and a spectral hand forms in front of him. And it starts slowly, it goes towards the dwarf, and it's like right in front of his face, and it turns to show that it's like an open palm, and it goes down and down and down.
Yes.
And it grabs his balls and squeezes as tight as it can.
Okay. Well, you're not a level 14 mage, so it's not Bigby's hand, but
No, it's just a mage hand.
yeah, I realized that.
I can't use it to beat him, so.
Yeah, well, the
But
mage
it
hand
could squeeze an object.
it can squeeze an object. It's just not very strong, right? It's
Yeah, no damage, just pain.
okay. Yeah, you give it to him. Give it to his nuts. So, while you do your hand job there, what else you want to do?
I think I'm going to enjoy this slowly,
Okay.
dwarf. And with that, he pulls out a dagger, and he looks at the blade, and he looks at the dwarf, and he starts cutting his beard off.
Okay. Very clean shave.
Little by little.
Yeah, when you get close to his face and kind of like tries to move it away, but his arms are still tied to the wall, so he is not able to. And yeah, you start. I assume you're not very careful, like shaving him.
No. Not enough to. I'm not going to slit his throat or anything like that yet. But.
Yeah, you give him like make it roughing him up even more. Got it. Okay, so yeah, while you're squeezing his nuts a little bit, right?
Yep. Then I take the dagger when I'm done shaving him. Oh, so that's what you ugly bastards look like underneath all that hair. I think now we're going to have some fun. And I'm going to look around. Is there anything that is small and metallic in the room?
Yes, of
All
course.
right. I pick up something small that's metallic, and I walk over to him.
Like some nails, stuff like that. Sure.
Well, not nails, something a little bit bigger. Maybe like a small plate or a small cup, something like
Yeah,
that.
there's some tin cups there. Then there's some like what you would have in the army, like these bowls, right?
Yes,
It's not
perfect.
as yeah,
Perfect. And I take that and I go
made
up
out of
to him
tin. Yep.
and I put it in the front of his pants,
Okay.
releasing the mage hand, of course.
Okay.
And I stick it in his pants in there.
Okay.
And I point my finger down. How fucked up does he look? Any more? Like, how more and more?
He looks pretty beardless right now.
I
I
mean,
mean,
does he look like he's going to die soon?
eh,
Probably, man. Removing the beard off of the dwarf is at least like 48 points off, at least.
48 points to ego. 40 ego damage.
Really don't want to kill him yet.
Well, then you don't, right?
All right. And I shit the cup that's in his
Yep.
pants.
Okay.
And then in a really menacing voice, like obviously pissed off, as Barra tells him, I said, tell me about Varm and his plans now.
Okay. Well, that's an automatic hit because, right? Okay. So after you stirred the balls, now you sizzle them, making an omelet over there. Okay. Um. mm, 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 mm. Give me another intimidation roll. Okay. So again, he writhes a little bit in pain, and you smell like pork or some other burning
Bacon and
meat,
eggs.
flesh, bacon and eggs, exactly.
Ew, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
And he kind of like tries to shake and get away, but he cannot. And he kind of shivers, starts to shiver, looks at you. His plans. What do you think his plans are? Bringing back Tiamat.
Where is he and what is he doing as we speak?
Okay. I've been here for months. What do you think? How would I know where he is right now?
What was he going to do before you lost contact with him?
And give me perception. Yeah, perception roll.
You know I can't make two good rolls at once. See?
And he starts not addressing you with something, but mumbling something to himself. Can you speak Dwarven?
I cannot, I don't think. Hold on. Wait, I gotta look at something. Hold on 1 second. No.
Okay. So he then says something like "Ashgarb Kushknik Barkduluk." Something it's Mordor. Whatever, man. Bad dwarf, evil dwarf, it's fine. And he says something that is obviously Dwarven, and you cannot you can hear it as he's like saying this to more towards himself than towards you. And he says, I Bosker Bridge. I will write it down, like so you actually know what he said.
Okay.
But Bosker Bridge.
Do I recall if she said anything to me specific that she wanted to know?
Do you?
I don't remember what she told me.
Seems like
There
you
you go.
forgot. Okay, anything else you want to ask him?
I'm thinking 1 second. Does he... It's been a while. All right, with that, I'm going to shut the cage and just leave him there like that and walk upstairs.
Okay. Well, the next guy who's kicking him in through the walls is gonna have a surprise.
Oops.
Okay, so you leave him. Cool. So, yeah, it is late in the night by now. Icarus and Bram, you two are still up there. Bram kind of dozing away, drooling a little bit onto the table. Icarus, you've been there for now 1 to 2 hours. No one's come. And it's getting really late.
Well, they didn't offer us a bed, so to speak.
Nah.
And everyone else is, as you've seen, very kind to us.
Eh.
But yeah, probably staying here not a good idea. I'd go with Bram if he wants to, back downstairs, and well, the rest of the quarters are probably servant quarters, and we don't know if they have any other rooms, and I'm not about to ask, because honestly I don't really care. Oh, if need be, I can just use the awl, which is stone, right? It seems to be stone.
The hall?
Like this entrance hall.
It's woods. Like wood planks. If you take a look, like it, you see them, like everywhere here. Basically, the floor is made out of woods. Like I said, when you've taken a look at the this hunting lodge or whatnot, the first floor is made out of the upper floors are made out of wood, and the foundation is stonework.
Mm.
So,
I'll go to the kitchen. Is anyone still alive?
alive?
Yes. I mean, I know this.
I wasn't in the
Asperger's
kitchen.
I would know this Asperger's done in there. They could all be dead. No, I mean it's still in there, of course.
Yeah, when you get towards the kitchen, you see, like, it is about midnight now,
Mm.
and you see that it looks like a mess down here, but it seems that it is empty. And when you're there, you can give me a perception check.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, when you're there, you hear downstairs some kind of like.
Okay, probably one of the servants scared. That sounded like a door closing.
Like metal door closing.
The downstairs. Downstairs is where the basement was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
really.
Towards area 9.
Do I have any reason to go there? Probably not.
You hear probably some steps going up, right, Don? Or Dave?
Yeah.
Asbara? Okay.
Yeah.
Some steps slowly coming up the stairs, like.
And I stop and look.
I'll probably just go to where Luciel is, and if need be, I'll use my bedroll or something. Not fine with. I mean, we've been in the swamp for what? 1 month nearly. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I mind normal floor at the moment.
Okay, so you go outside and.
Oh, not outside because it may be cold. Like it's nearly snow here.
Well, didn't you say you want to go to where Lucia is? She's outside.
No, she's outside. Not in. I thought that she was on this entrance porch.
Yeah, she's on the porch in front of the house, right? You didn't lead her into the house like a fowl in a house. In front of these scary statues.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Oh, if you want to lead her inside, maybe.
No. Probably get us in trouble.
Okay, so what's gonna be?
Yep, I'll probably just camp there.
Okay. So, yeah, Asbara,
Wake up nice
Yes.
and early.
what you gonna do then?
Well, actually, I was going to see if she was still up.
It's really late, as I said.
Alright.
If you want, you can get around and look for her. I mean,
No, it's alright. I'm going to go to my chambers, and I'm sharing a room with these guys, right?
are you? I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'm a red wizard. I should have my own room.
Yeah, they showed us to your chambers, not to ours. I don't think we never got to our chambers. We just got to the room 16, so it was the waiting hall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to my room, where I have no roommates. And
Yeah.
I'm going to stretch like I had. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Which room is it? You were never kind of brought anywhere.
Oh.
You were never given a room.
Damn it.
Never checked in.
Is anybody staying in room 10?
You want to take a look?
Yeah, I'm going to take a look.
You don't know that room. For you, that should be like
Oh, okay.
the only two good people who are in room 10 right now are Icarus and Toric or Horace.
Alright, is anybody up?
Well,
Oh,
you just
I
saw
saw.
you probably just saw Icarus like kind of looking at you and then kind of moving towards the foyer area.
Probably going to stroke his horse in private. Do I see any gods or any cultists?
I heard that.
You don't. Seems pretty late to you. Like that, there's not much going on right now here.
Uh, Jesus.
Who?
Heronius.
Yes, convert my child.
I'm gonna kiss my ass. I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna quietly open doors until I can find the goddamn bed that's not taken.
Yeah. Where you want to go?
I mean, I can see parts of the map that I'm not supposed to, so I don't think it's fair that I pick. I mean, I came up from the kitchen here. All right, so I guess, in truth be told, I would go through that door,
Yeah.
and then I guess I would try this door first.
Okay. Yeah, you open it. No one is inside.
What's in there?
A dragon.
You've been goofed.
Cool. I can make another friend.
Nah. Okay, it's an empty room. Looks like pretty much like the other one, except this one, like the furnace is not going here, and the oil lamp on the head table is not running.
Excellent. I shut the door,
Mhm.
stretch out from a long day's work, and I hit the hay.
Okay.
Doing nothing except 13 dwarfs. 4 dwarfs.
So.
Torture is not an easy business, my friend.
For the receiving end.
Okay, about the time that everybody else is gone, I'll wake up, look around, see nobody, pull out his bedroll from his back and backpack and throw it on the ground and fall asleep right on the floor.
Okay. So, Icarus, you are basically on the porch, more or less, right? Like, making it a little bit comfortable for you and your fowl, Lucia. And just as you are settling in, and she kind of cozies up against you, while you kind of lie there, trying to start to sleep, you see that there's some light coming out of a window from that room over there. Since like the porch, like there's some stairs leading upwards to the door where you got out, right? And like then there's the slope that kind of leads down towards where you were fighting the troll. Like you cannot see directly into the window since it's a little bit up to you, like and you're sitting or lying or whatnot. But you can see like there's some small some small source of light coming out of the window there.
Interesting. As far as I know, that would be the part where we saw the kobolds walk out of, right?
Yeah, the kobolds came out more about the northern part, about here,
Oh,
out of
okay.
that area.
Huh. That's interesting. I will probably get up, go next to the window. Can I hear anything?
You're still in your armor?
No, since I was getting ready to sleep, no armor.
Okay. Okay. Give me a stealth check. Yeah, there's some stables here, right? But
Amazing.
so tell me what happens.
Good question. I'll help you explain a -1. I set up on an old mine and it explodes? No. Yeah, Icarus is not actually that bad. He's actually quite good at his sneaking. It's just too bad that shortly after he arrives, there's like a trot, trot, trot as a fowl comes up behind him. And it's actually quite loud.
The horse.
Okay, so it seems that Luciel wants to play. and she kind of like trots up behind you and kind of pushes you in the back with her head, like nudges you, and then kind of like pushes you a little bit forward, and you kind of fall or get pushed against the window. And as you do this, you see that Talis is inside the room, and as you kind of smack against the window, she kind of turns towards you, and her eyes widen a little bit, and you see that the body of Horace, whatever, is in her hands, and kind of she just is letting loose, basically, in front of what seems to be looking like or is not looking like let me just first of all this.
Shut up, Dave. Seriously.
She's standing in front of a large tapestry in front of with Thoric, and she just lets him loose. Like as she turns around, you see the body fall into the tapestry and then disappear.
Wait, what? If all...
So
So much
she's
what?
standing there, and you kind of like take a peek inside, and then you kind of get nudged from behind and kind of smash against the window, right?
Mm.
And as she turns, she had Horace with him, and she pushed him into this tapestry that is standing there, and he falls right into it, and then disappears. And she turns around and looks at you, and her eyes kind of widen a little bit.
Might probably widen back because that's not common thing. Kinda trembling gives him a slight wave as well. Oh, whatever are your tastes, lady? Not. I don't even know what is going on here. And well, if she does nothing, I'll probably just.
I'm waiting for your reaction.
Yeah, that's my reaction. Shock back.
Okay, she obviously she is not wearing her armaments right now. She's wearing like some kind of gown or nightdress or whatnot. And she kind of turns around, her eyes widen a little bit, and as you stand there, a little bit of gasp. She kind of turns around and starts moving towards you, towards the window.
I step a little bit back so she can open.
And she then turns toward the right, and you lose sight of her as she kind of moves towards an area where you cannot see her.
I shrug a bit. And well, there's really not much I could.
Yeah, as you get nudged in the back again.
Yes, exactly. Well, not much fun for sleep anyway. Guess we can do a short walk before sleep. Not into the woods though. No more trolls adventures or lizards or whatever is in there. Cause this is D&D. There's always an enchanted
Wolves.
forest with enchanted trolls.
So what you gonna do?
Probably take a small walk around the complex and then
Okay.
return after a little while.
Okay, so as you are about to get around the corner, the front door opens and you see her standing there. And she says, "Stop!"
I figured. I looked to her.
What are you doing here? Why are you snooping around?
Can't sleep. And I was never given a room. Not that I would want one either way.
She kind of looks around, seeing you without your armaments.
I meant no offense. I was just walking this year.
What's
Like-
up? What's up with that horse? Horse of yours.
It's one I found a little while ago. Only thing left now.
Left of what? Doesn't look like it belongs to a swamp.
It didn't. I found it on the road there. The high road. Its parents were gone.
You feel the head of Lucia in your back, and when you turn around, you see like very judgmental eyes looking back at you. Give me a deception roll.
Okay.
Yep. Why are you prying into rooms?
It was not my intention. I was just taking a walk.
Well, your
Saw the
face
light.
was flat pressed against the window. Hard to be a coincidence.
I saw the light, I got intrigued, but wouldn't think much of it, except this one, as you can see, seems to want to play.
Keep your pet under control.
I could just not. It
I
won't
will-
happen. It won't happen again. I'm sorry, didn't mean to disturb.
Yes, yes, yes. Just be on your way tomorrow. Go to Parnest, meet up with the rest. I'll have some business to attend to. With that, she kind of turns around on her spot and smashes the door behind her.
Friendly person. Well, Luciel, I'm afraid we can't always be honest in situations like this.
Violently
I
shakes her
know.
head.
It hurts me too, but sometimes one person must make sacrifices in order to accomplish greater goals.
Turns around and runs into the woods at that point.
Just clicks his tongue, he needs to go after her. Yeah. Sure. I'll go after.
She's quite fast.
Can I catch up?
Sure. Just take some time. And your breath.
Exactly. Look, I understand you're mad, but it's just not safe here. I'm not happy about this. I wish I could do things differently. Except doing things differently would get both of us, if not even the other, innocents killed, not to mention not accomplish one of my vows to Erroneous. I can't afford to do it. I'll make the atonements required later.
She's still backing away at you. You don't need to roll an insight check to realize that she does not like what you're saying.
So tell me, what would you have done?
She kind of just stares at you with an intent stare.
Told the truth?
She kind of nods and then takes her head very high and stands very tall.
Do you remember that Horace person? You met him for a while. That one with curly hair, a strange human, elf. It was an elf, right? Yeah, it was an elf. Yeah, that's exactly what it did in front of that lady. He died shortly after. I really wish I could do this other way, Luciel. I really do. Unfortunately, some people can't be as easily reasoned with. This is a different realm from the one you came from. It's not as pure. It's not as good. That's why I asked if you wanted to come. Sometimes things get dirty here. I don't like it, and I know you don't. But if I am to do what Erroneous asks of me, there are some things I must prioritize even above honor. Is honor above all?
At that, as you say this, she kind of turns around and slowly trots away again.
Okay. I follow her behind. There's not much else I can tell her, but I'll be with her. I need to protect her.
She doesn't seem to be stopping. But okay. So, Torek, Horace,
Yes.
when you wake up, you find yourself lying with your back in some grass and moss, looking upwards into the sky. And you wake up because you're getting licked by something. Your face is getting licked. And when you open your eyes, you see a bear, a smallish brown bear, kind of licking you. And you feel like hell.
But as I remember, sudden movements with animals did me in pretty bad once, so no sudden movements.
Okay. And for intents and purposes, you're on 1 hit point.
I'm gonna look at is the little bear cub by itself?
It's when you wake up, like it's very early morning. The morning dew is kind of a little settled in a little bit on the grass. You see like the small pills of water forming, right? And this is not a cub; it's a small bear. Like it's a very young. It's not a baby bear, but a young bear. Okay.
All right, I'll be like,
And you do not see his mother or father for that matter.
"Good morning, little bear." And I'll put up my hand and try to like pet him on the nose.
Okay,
Slowly, very slowly.
when you kind of get up and move around, you see that you're still in your armor. You still have the what is it, the sword and the dagger, right? A short
Sword and
sword.
dagger. Yes.
Yeah, it's still tied to your sash or your what is it, girdle?
Belt.
Belt. Thank you. And when you take up and you realize that something is wrong. You feel like hell, and your every bone is aching, and you get up. You realize that up to your elbow, your left arm is missing.
Okay, that's new.
And you see when you see your skin, I guess you wear gloves, right? But maybe
Yeah.
there's some patches. There's some patches that you can see your skin. Your skin seems to be some kind of like shriveled, like what you would see like on an old fruit, like that's lying a little bit too long in the sun, something like that. And yeah, you do not feel very ill. You do feel very ill, very bad, like your stomach has been turned and smushed and then turned again.
Is the Is my entire left arm missing?
Up to the elbow.
Okay. Is it bleeding?
No. It actually seems that it was administered some care. Like it's bandaged. So as you pet the bear, or trying to pet the bear, give me an animal handling check. Okay. Kind of pushes against your hand as you very slowly trying to pet it. Pushes against it, and then kind of settles down next to you.
I suppose you can tell me where the hell we're at, can you, Bear? Yeah, I didn't think so.
When you take a look around you, you are still somewhere in the mountains. Like from the vegetation, from what you've seen around the hunting lodge, it seems to be that you are still around in the area. But you don't see the lodge.
I think we all know Horace Torek isn't very good in the woods.
Well, lunch is not sitting at your side, so...
I think I'm more likely to be lunch. How many do I have spells? Haha! So the spells I didn't use before, do I still have?
Mm-hmm. You have all your spells right now.
I had already used some before.
It's later.
First things first, I guess I will try to heal myself.
Okay, you're at 1 hit point right now, so
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
not good. Yeah, 9 hit points. Yay. Great use of the second level spell. Alright, need to figure out... This is true. Is there any signs of like a magical portal or anything around me?
Nope. You don't see anything. You were lying somewhere in the grass, in the vegetation, under one of the trees that are standing here. When you take a look around, you do not see, like if you stand up, if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Stand up, kind of like the bear kind of like stirs a little bit, kind of looks at you with its big eyes. And when you take a look around,
I'll look around, see if I can figure anything that looks familiar from before I went in the lodge, or...
no, you do not see the lodge. Well, the vegetation looks familiar. The mountains could be the same. You weren't outside very much in that area, so give me a wisdom skill check, please. Okay, so the kind of like how the mountain looks that is in your back kind of seems to be the same mountain, but from another angle, maybe. Like you're somewhere else on the mountain, but it seems to be like in the vicinity. You see on the foot on the mountain, on the bottom end, you see that there seems to be some fire coming up. And if you take a closer look, you see that there seems to be some settlement down there. But that is not really that catches your eye per se. At the little bit to the side of the settlement, just like from you just barely see some roofs there. You can see a humongous castle, like next to it, right? Basically, and the size of the settlement is not big. You just see a few like roofs looming over the canopy of the trees. However, this castle is big. You do not see the lower levels since it is somewhat shrouded in fog that surrounds it. But the castle, wrong tab. The castle itself is pretty big. Let me see. Obviously, I've come prepared today, so I have the picture. Right?
Yeah, of course. It's all prepared. It's just loading. It's Roll20's fault.
Yeah. Fuck you, Roll20. Right? Actually, I don't know. I don't think there's actually a picture of this. Let's see. Eh. Okay, there's not. Okay, so I can just show you another picture, like to give you a, like what someone else prepared for this. Okay, so there's not an artwork picture, but a picture that is a picture of someone's creation. So you see this humongous castle that seems to be made out of ice, standing there, looming over this small village, and being shrouded in, as I said, in fog and mist, at least the lower levels. From bottom to top, I have no clue. How big is this? That's the thing that I usually like to prepare. Okay, you cannot make it out. I just take the easy way out here. You cannot make out how big it is. It's just, you know, it's tall,
Massive.
like massive tall. Like just to give you like the things that are on the towers there, that are actually ogres. Okay, so it's big.
Mhm. I am going to try to make my way not to the castle, but to the village.
Okay. So let's cut back to the others. So this morning, you slept in your various. Oh, actually, Icarus, you're still following around your unicorn?
Probably. How long would it go?
Away from you. When you catch up to it, it kind of like makes a few bursts of movement to get away from you, and then continues moving. All through the night, if you wish.
Great. Which one is more important? Anything special I notice about the trees here or the local fauna? Like,
Give me a wisdom save. Wisdom skill check.
sure, not trained, so just raw. It's the same thing.
Well, it's you seem to be fairly high in the mountains, so it's the most fauna is like some ferns, some mosses, and these pine and other trees with I don't know the English word for nadeln, like the small kind of like I don't know. Let's see.
Well,
Like pine trees, right?
probably took a long tour, didn't find anything dangerous, so maybe the troll was the only thing. Maybe it was keeping things safe.
Evergreens. Ha! That's how they call it. Like just basically evergreens around you.
Okay.
what you also realize is that you have no idea where you are right now. You followed Lucia around so long through the night. You don't know if you could find back right now.
Probably could. I begin by tracing a little bit of my steps, at least the last few minutes.
Yeah. So you've been following a few hours, right? That's what you've done.
Then, when I don't think I know where to go anymore, what's the range on that? Should work. Let's see what happens.
Also, old man Icarus, please give me a constitution check if you want to go through the night without sleeping.
Trying to get back. Yep, just a second.
So,
depends on how fast I get back.
Aspara, Brahm, you two wake up in the early morning. And yeah, everything seems to be fine.
Yep.
Gets up.
Okay.
Looks around, seeing nobody around. We'll open the door, walk down the steps, and
yeah, as you come down, you smell the sound of cooking and bacon and sausages and eggs, among others, seem to be
so
prepared.
I'm gonna go through the door and go back into the kitchen and see if anybody's here.
I couldn't hear everything you said. Sorry.
I'm gonna go through the hallway back into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows where my friends are.
Okay. Is it just me, or is anybody else? Does anybody else have problems understanding him? Like he's cutting in and out.
He's a little low, but I can understand him.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk through the hallway.
Yeah, I understood it the second time. Just like it's in general, it's like you can understand. I can understand you, and then you're cutting out a little bit from me. Sometimes it's like this. Anyway, so you get down there and you see like people preparing the meal, and some of the cultists standing there, basically starting to eat at one of the tables that is there, taking in their breakfast.
We'll look at the cultists and say, has anybody seen the rest of the people that came with me?
They kind of just shake their head. If Asbara is not there, don't know. Where are you?
I was letting him go through his spiel before I tell you what I did.
So what are you doing?
Alright, well, I wake up in the morning, stretch out after a good night's sleep, put my robe on, leave the room, go downstairs. I'm going to see if I can find what's her name. Alice.
Okay. Well, as soon as you get outside of your room, you smell the sound and you smell and hear the sounds of something to eat getting prepared, right?
I know that it's not ready yet, so.
Okay. So Asbara is probably not there. So they would answer you with they just shake their head and one says no, didn't see them yet.
Looks around. As Ella walks over to the cooks and says, "Can I have a loaf of bread?"
Sure, just take some from over there. And he points to what is it? A basket?
And then I'll point at the stairs going up and says, "Does that go back upstairs?"
It's what go back upstairs?
The stairs going up. Do they go back upstairs near the meeting room?
Which? I don't know what you're speaking about right now. Like these stairs, these stairs, these stairs.
Those
The stairs that. Wait, which one? Sorry, can you go ahead? I thought you just came down those stairs. Isn't that what you said?
No, I said it came in through the hallway.
Yeah, that's basically going up the hallway and then down the stairs, right? So yes, they go upstairs. The stairs that lead upstairs go upstairs. Yes.
Looks around, I guess I'll go back to the meeting room and see if I can't see if anybody's around.
Okay, so you go back. Asbara. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to Icarus. Icarus.
Yeah, I was just finishing actually. So basically that I'll try and see if that works. If that doesn't work, I'll have to go the good old-fashioned way, which is star guidance pretty much, or just go down the mountain. Since I guess the where was the house? Was it like on the valley, or was it the middle way up the mountain?
It's somewhere in the mountains, like middle way up the mountain. It's not on the peaks, but somewhere on the cliffs or whatnot, right? Nah, it's 1,000 feet is not enough. That's 300 meters, isn't it? That's just.
Not
You would
sure.
see.
Okay.
1,000 feet is 300 meters, right? A feet, 1 feet is 36
Then
centimeters.
I'll try to find a local clearing of sorts and climb the tallest tree I can see if I can find it. It's pretty big hunting lodge, shouldn't be easy to miss if I can climb up and have a nice view.
Okay, give me a dex check. Okay, acrobatics.
Okay. This is gonna be horrible.
So what happens?
One of the twigs flips apparently and breaks.
Okay, you take 4 damage. Well, you fall down.
Well, that's just great.
However, you were some amount of went some amount of space upwards. You cannot see the lodge from where you were, but you can also see this castle at the foot of the hill. Whoa! Loud.
Sorry, could see what?
Yeah, I couldn't understand myself either. I said at the foot of the hill while you were trying to climb up the tree, you could not see the hunting lodge. However, you were able to see that this pretty big castle, like that is shrouded a little bit in haze and fog, on the foot of the hill, the mountain.
The castle.
Yep, that's the only thing that you can make out right now.
Great, it's standing at the foot of the mountain, right?
The thing is on the foot of the mountain. Basically, the mountains, like there's a whole mountain range you're in right now, okay?
Yep.
And at the foot of the mountain, you see this castle standing. Also, big castle, right? With the shrouds around there. The hunting lodge was somewhere in the middle of it, like on the slope. And you cannot see it right now, and you just hit your ass.
Oh, that's hardly the bigger problem here. Well, not anyone around. The question is, how do I find where to go in this case?
Okay. So, Asbara, what are you doing in the meantime?
Alright, so I walk around a little bit. Do I find her by any chance?
Where are you going around?
Okay, let's see. I come out from here. I go into the kitchen first.
Yeah, you would see like the same thing that Brom saw.
Mm-hmm.
However, Brom seems to be not in here right now, so that happened maybe earlier or later.
Yeah, you don't have to repeat yourself. I grab something like a sausage or something, and as I'm snacking on it, I walk out. I'll go into area number. I wasn't in 11. I'll go to 5.
Actually, you were in 11. That's where you spoke with her.
Okay, I'm gonna check 11.
Yeah, you go inside there, and it still seems to be how you left. She's not in there right now.
All right, I go into 5.
So let me introduce the full room right now, okay?
Oh, okay.
So room is warm and comfortable with a large fireplace. Stuff that I already read the whole thing, right? Sorry. A tapestry displaying magnificent white stag. Yeah, read it all. So my bad. It's all right. like with all the kind of like the loot that's in there, right? The heads of the metallic bull and shit like that. I already said that. Sorry.
Yes, you did.
Sorry, I wasn't because I didn't say anything. Like the other room, like the room 6, I didn't introduce him fully because he didn't say anything. Everything. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, so I go out this door and I go into 5.
Yeah, you still see these big figures on the bottom of the stairs. Look kind of menacing, and just the yeah, nothing else really.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the room, the conference room we were in. See if she's up there.
No, she's not. However, Brom is there. Seems to be waiting. For something.
I just look at him and shrug and walk back out.
Okay.
I'm going to.
At that point, you see like there's some obviously like it's early morning and you're not alone in here. There's kobolds like running around, the servants in the kitchen, and you kind of like
Hey, where's Icarus?
Get attacked by one of the kobolds. Kind of, sir, you want breakfast? Breakfast ready.
Yes. Bring me breakfast.
Where does Sneal bring breakfast to? You're just basically on these like indoor balcony.
I'm going to eat in room 11.
Okay.
Where I had my dinner.
Okay. He then says, "White steak speller. Sneal bring. Good sir.
Very good. Go. Fetch my food.
And he kind of scurries away.
And I'll sit in 11 and wait for him to bring my food.
Yeah,
Maybe look around a little bit, yeah.
Few minutes later, he'll come up to you and bring you the stuff.
Okay,
Start eating.
when he's doing that, I'll come out of the room and go down into 5 and back out into the front entrance and look around.
Okay. When you stand there, you see curiously that the armor that Icarus was wearing earlier and his sword and most of his stuff actually is lying there on the ground with him nowhere to be seen.
Alright,
And I'd say, Aspara, give me a perception check. Okay, you hear like the front door opening, like as you sit in one of your chairs, kind of eating away at your glorious breakfast.
It better be good. I enjoy my breakfast.
I will go over to his equipment, look down, and go, "This is strange," and start packing things into his bags, into his backpack, and get it ready to take with me because I know that we're probably going to be thrown out of here soon.
Okay, so Aspera, you probably take a look outside to see if anything's going on.
I didn't want to cut nobody off.
Yeah, you basically see him starting to pack away at some stuff that's lying on the ground, which you also can quite fast identify as the armor and the weapons and stuff that Icarus was wearing usually on his trips. And he kind of goes through his stuff and starts to pack it. That's what you see.
I let out a large sigh, and I walk over behind him.
Turns around and looks at him. Like, that guy just likes to get in trouble, doesn't he?
What happened to him this time?
I came out here and nothing's here, but it's stuff. I can't even see the horse.
He just doesn't stay out of trouble. He never learns.
I'm gonna wait out here in the entrance with his stuff. If she wants us to find that whatever it is, they're probably going to be throwing us out of here soon.
At that point, the front door kind of opens, and you see Talis kind of standing there in her armor with her wand on her side, a spear on her in her hand, or something not a spear, a quarterstaff in her hand, like a walking stick, right? Fairly finely made, finely made, and she looks like she has some ropes over her shoulders, and she seems to be ready to leave. And she kind of turns around to Asbara, and she kind of just raises an eyebrow.
And where are you off to this morning?
I have to get some more information. Speaking of which,
Have you seen your little friend down there?
no.
I had to stop. He was very close to death. However, does Boreskin Bridge mean anything to you?
She kind of thinks for a moment. Stands there, and she kind of shakes her head. I guess it's more information I need to gather.
Well, that's where Varen was supposedly heading before last time Kragnor saw him.
Very well. I thank you for your trouble and for your services. You probably want to leave here soon. We're about to be finished with our operations here.
Very well.
And she kind of starts to slowly descend the stairs, move towards the teleportation circle. And then she kind of, when she passes by you, she kind of says, "So, is there anything more?"
As Barra looks at her and just shakes his head.
And she kind of continues to say, "Well, if you need anything, if you get more information, you can always seek me out. Next time we will meet, I will stay in Daggerford for some time. I have some business there. I wish you the best of travelings." And she kind of, I didn't do this earlier as a dungeon master. Before, I'm a German, this can be misunderstood very rapidly, right? Very harshly. But she kind of goes, "All hail Tiamat."
What the fuck? No, I'm kidding.
But that's the reason why I didn't do it. But it is... I'm sorry. Okay.
I say, good travels, mein Führer.
Really, Dave?
Wow.
Dave goes all in. He has no issue.
And will stay under his breath.
Well, I am of German descent. Thank you.
It just re-emphasizes the Hydra thing.
Well, by the way, Simon, I'm a Jew, and I found that very offensive.
It is just the reason why I didn't do it earlier. Because
I'm joking. Don't worry about it.
We'll stay.
What did she say when she did that?
I don't know.
Will stay with his back turned to the equipment, continuing to gather it up, and we'll go hail.
Okay. And she kind of turns and goes towards the teleportation circle. And when she gets there, she speaks a word you cannot understand since she is too far away, and then disappears.
I bet it was Tracer or something like that.
Okay, finishes gathering his stuff up and looks at his bar and says, "Ugh. You don't seem to be too overburdened. Can you carry this backpack?" Will I handle the rest of his stuff?
Well, where did he go?
I don't know.
I'm getting tired of bailing him out of trouble. Let's.
But
I
aren't
don't
we
even know where to
supposed
look
to
for
go
him.
into some town? Aren't we supposed to be heading towards some town? Maybe you can go in and ask the guards which way the town is. They like you more than they do me.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
I'm not sure what the time is on Icarus' side. Probably go around, try and climb a few more trees if I can see the enters large when
Okay,
dawn
give me a
breaks.
acrobatics check.
Okay. Thanks. Oh man.
So you fall down, take another 6 points of damage.
Does he at least see which way to go for the main tower? I mean, castle.
Okay, so yeah, you start to climb a tree. The third tree, start to climb up, get up to the higher parts of the tree. How if you go any further, you think like the
The thing will not support me.
yeah, exactly, as it gets more smaller and smaller. You take a look around. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Hey, one skill I don't have a negative.
Just disadvantage.
Okay.
Wow!
So you take a look around and you still do not see where the hunting lodge is. However, you do see over where this castle is. You see that there seems to be on foot on the castle, in front of the castle, there seems to be a small village, and over the village you can make out some sort of bird-like creatures. However, when you take a closer look, something seems to be wrong with them. And you saw this thing earlier, and you see like, oh shit, there seems to be like small dragon-esque creatures like around the flying around the castle and around the castle, and then they kind of fly downwards towards the castle and land somewhere in the castle. You still take a look around, and then you see a fire around 3 or 4 miles away from you, in the middle of the mountain range, kind of starting up.
What time is it at the moment?
Midday.
Fire in the middle of the range. Well, that could be the lodge or not. I see this town by the
Foot of
castle.
the hill. Yep.
And by the castle, right?
Mhm.
Where would I head? That's a good question. Well, since I'll probably get lost and I won't find the trail of fire in the mountains, I'll probably head to the village. Because I know we must go to a castle. Might as well go there and wait there.
Okay.
I'm just so too far ahead, I think I'm behind. That's what's happening.
Okay. So while you stay there in front of the hunting lodge, you hear like some rummaging going around and in the back of the castle of the hunting lodge.
Who are you talking to?
Yep.
I'm not at the hunting
Wrong.
lodge, so it has to be you.
Oh, wrong. Sorry.
Oh, the dragons! Get me out of there!
Looks at Asbara and says, "Shall we head to the village?"
Breaking up.
Shall we head to the village, Asbara?
Well, what are those sounds we hear in the back? Icarus has to be around here somewhere. Let's walk around and look.
Okay. When you get to the back of the building of the estate, you see that there's a well, and behind the well from the building from the hunting lodge itself, you see two smaller buildings right now. So basically, where I put the arrows, but a little bit further to the north. So basically, over there and over there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you see that in front, like the kobolds and the servants kind of start to move stuff outside of the hunting lodge, and the kennel and the stables, they are on fire right now.
I approached where the kobolds and the servants are,
Yeah.
and I grab a servant and say, "Who set the fire?"
The kobolds did, sir. Order from Telis. We ought to bring down the whole place here.
Have you seen the other outsider, new guy that was around here? The one with the little horse?
Hint of thinks for a moment, and then shakes his head. No, didn't see him from yesterday.
How engulfed in flames is the kennel and stable?
They just start. The fire's
Alright.
just starting.
I'm gonna go over there quickly and look in each to make sure, like, I mean, obviously, from a metagame point, I know he's not, but
Yep.
from a
So,
game standpoint, I would think his body will be in there or something.
so when you open the kennel, it smells like rotting flesh. Like when the door opens, a smell of rotting flesh wafts out in your face, and yeah, you see that it's not very tidy in here. You see like carcasses of some creatures hanging off the building's ceiling. And you see a lot of litter on the ground, some bones there, and not very well kept.
Shut the door, check the stable.
At this table. Yeah, the stable, when you get in there, you see that it is quite spacious inside, and it is empty. You see some hay. It also smells of animals in here. If you would want to take a closer look in a burning building, you can go ahead.
No, I'm just doing a quick search see if I see any human bodies in the...
Well, there might have been some human bodies in the kennel. You're not quite sure, but
Yeah, but I'm not going to put myself at risk. Is the lodge itself on fire?
no, not yet.
All right, I grab...
Right now, they're pulling stuff out of the lodge.
All right, I grab Alaba Salami and say, "Let's go." And I'm going to run back in the lodge.
Mhm.
And I'm going to start looking room for room to see if I can find Icarus.
Okay, so the first room would probably be the room adjacent to the kitchen. So, room 8. This pantry is well stocked with beans, butter, smoked hams, hard biscuits, fresh apples, eggs, sacks of flour, barrels of ale, and there's enough good food here to last a long winter. Obviously, that's the stuff they're carrying out right now, among the stuff that is in the cellar. You want to check the cellar again?
1 second, I have to ask you a question.
So what's Brahmalami doing in the meantime?
You're muted now, by the way.
We'll look around, look at one of the servants, and says,
Okay, and that what's he saying also?
and just says, so you seem to be getting ready to take this place out. Where are you going after this?
Different routes. We're gonna bring the stock to Parnest, but that's gonna take some while.
Yeah. Can you tell me which way to go to get to Parnest? The lady
Yeah,
said we had to go that way.
Yeah, sure. And he kind of looks over to the red robed wizard that's kind of moving into the building, but he should know. But it's over in that direction. Hard to miss. The only thing that's here for miles interesting. That's within.
Oh, he
the only thing
probably
that's within miles of anything of interest.
He does probably know, but that doesn't mean that I know.
He kind of rubs his chin a little bit, but you said we. Meh, whatever. Gotta do my work. Kind of turns around and goes away from you.
looks around and says, "I ain't sticking around watch the burning fire. I'm gonna go outside and wait for Asbar to come out of the building."
Okay.
Before he does all that crap, I stop him. I quickly look through Icarus's stuff. What's there besides his armor?
His sword. Let me see.
Give me a second. You find his sword, you find, of course, some gold, a lot of assortment adventuring items.
Okay, you can stop. Your sword is there.
Yes.
Alright, that scratches that plan then. Forget it.
There's one interesting thing for you, which I think would you take interest, which were some scrolls in Draconic that he has there. And what else? I'm not sure if you would recognize the crazy dwarven orb, or it's just a piece of metal. That depends. But those are the things that would interest you.
I'll look at those later. Alright, so I'm going to continue, let's say, I don't know, are those doors over there?
Sorry, I had the thing open. I didn't see it. Doors over where? Okay, yeah, the doors to the north and
Alright.
two other pair of doors.
I guess I'll go that way next.
Okay, let's start. I'll just reveal everything here. Just make it easier. Okay, 13. Let's do this. 13. Room contains 3 beds, simple writing desk. The room smells clean, and the floorboards are swept spotless. No Icarus. 15. Bath. Small chamber has a large bathtub in the lower bath. Okay, yeah. Nothing other interesting. There, 14. That was 14, obviously. Sorry, 15. The room is stacked with blankets, sheets, various animal furs, tablecloths, flags, banners, and rolled-up rugs. You see that these banners and flags come in 5 different kind of style and coloration, like red, blue, white, green. Which one am I missing?
Black.
Black, yeah.
So there's banners, and they're in different colors.
And different stylations, yes.
Do they look How big are they?
Meh. Yay big. What is it? Like half a meter? What's that? 2 feet? Maybe 1.5. It's not like a banner, which is like a huge like flag. It's more like
Does it look like it's used for something?
it's something. Do you know how Japanese these Japanese spears are? There's
Okay.
sometimes there's these feathers at the end, these like kind of like smallish ribbons.
Oh, okay.
They're,
So
they're
it's
look
like if they're going to war. I gotcha.
Yeah, they're looking like this, like what you might like the size, like yay big, but just like 2 or 3 inches wide.
Okay. Move down into the next room. 6.
6. Okay, the full thing. The stout beams overhead are stained with black smoke. A comfortable table and chairs, a small wardrobe, a suit of dull black armor stands in the room. A large tapestry shows 3 hounds dragging down a white boar, and it shimmers with a strange light.
Shimmers with a strange light.
Mm-hmm.
I go look at it.
Shimmers with a strange light.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary besides the strange light?
What do you want to do to investigate there closer? See, as I said, it's like a depiction of this boar, right? It's a boar, right?
All right. So it's a picture of a boar.
Yeah, a large tapestry shows 3 hounds dragging down a white boar.
And it's got a shimmering light to it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to move it and look behind it.
Okay.
Like, just lift it a little bit to look behind it.
Yep. You see a wall behind it, as you maybe or may not expect it.
Tap the wall.
Looks like a wall. Give me investigation. Looks like a wall, smells like a wall, tastes like a wall, sounds like a wall.
Shit, with that wall, I don't even see the wall. Okay, so I let go of it. Is Salami with me?
Nope. He said he was waiting outside for you.
Try to feel the material that the thing is made out of.
It is finely woven, maybe some kind of silk or cloth, wood. It's maybe some kind of cotton, but it's finely made. Very good craftsmanship.
All right. I checked everything. Oh, I didn't go back down in the basement. Yeah, well, that's where they keep the prisoners. Let me check the basement.
And you didn't go upstairs as well.
Oh, all right. Let me go. Let me. Are there a lot of people around in the lodge right now, or they're mostly all outside moving stuff?
Well, there are people moving in stuff out of the lodge, right? So there are people going in and out here. It's like basically just a move, more or less, right? Like people carrying stuff outside. They're not carrying every chair or table out, but like maybe the valuable stuff.
Let me do this first.
Let's say it like this: you're not alone. You're running into people.
Yeah. I'm going to do this first because that tapestry is bothering me.
It's magic.
Alright, so I'm getting magic from it, and it's...
You also get magic from the black... what is it? How is it called? The suit of dull black armor, you can also get magic from that.
What schools?
Good question.
Sorry, I get to know that when I do this.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay. It's your right. Give me a sec here, I need to check. So, you get a transmutation? No, conjuration. You get a conjuration from the tapestry. And you get a conjuration from the armor as well.
A conjuration on the tapestry and the armor.
Indeed.
That is perplexing. Alright, I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to go check upstairs.
Okay.
Scroll down. So I go up the flight of stairs. I'll start with 16 because I'm familiar with it, and then work my way up.
Yeah, 19 empty table. What I said that earlier, right?
Yeah.
That's like basic, very simple room. 14. And please ignore the fucking secret door. Okay.
What secret door? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just like you always get the fucking dungeon master maps, and you never get the.
I know.
And it's easier to just reveal everything, and not just maybe. Usually, my plan was basically to just let a sliver there. That's just like this.
Yeah, but that kind of gives it away too.
What am I supposed to do, man? Right.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying.
Photoshop skills, man. Photoshop. No,
Yeah.
there's no. It's really.
I really
stupid.
didn't have the time.
It's really easy to do 2 maps, and they really should do it. I don't know why.
Okay. 14 is the bath. It says here, don't look like it, but whatever. That's kind of the map is kind of fucked up because obviously these are not all the same.
Okay.
It's the map you get, and
Yep,
the map
no,
is
it's fine.
called. So 15 is supposed to be nowhere here. So I suppose this is actually 15.
15 is downstairs.
15 is downstairs. You're right. 16 I already introduced. 17. A gaping hole in the roof exposes this armory to the elements. Very few weapons are stored here at the present. Shelves to the north lie mostly bare and are poorly maintained. Weapon rack stands against the southern wall, holds 3 rusty spears and a freight net. Nearby is a closed cabinet. And on top you see that... Give me a intelligence check with advantage.
But I'm stupid.
There's some kind of roost up there. Like some creature hasn't made it like comfortable up there.
I got time for that. Not cool. Okay, I'm gonna. Well, before I leave the room, quick message.
How long does your magic thing last?
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Okay, you'll see one of the spears is magic. Spears is magic. Like 10 minutes, right? Or is it a minute?
I'll tell you 1 second.
It's at least 10 minutes, I think, but I'll check. You can keep going.
Check magic, 10 minutes. Concentration up to 10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 10 minutes, and I'm concentrating. All right, so I'll grab the spear.
Okay.
No time to play with it. I'm just grabbing it. Move on to 20.
20 is interesting. A roaring fireplace still churns out heat, and the light at one of this spacious 30-foot high chamber, the ceiling of which is buttressed by 10 wooden pillars that carved as dragons. 5 large tapestries hang along the walls, 2 on the west wall flanking a door, 2 on the east wall hanging side by side, and a particular grand one grand one dominating the south wall next to the fireplace. 4 of the 5 tapestries each show dragons once hunting, killing, feasting on other lesser creatures, with blue dragons attacking a desert caravan, elves succumbing to a green dragon's gaseous breath, a red dragon burning down what might be a castle ward, and a black and white dragon circling over a cold swamp dotted with ruins. The 5th tapestry shows Tiamat, the queen of dragons, in all her glory, crowned in gold and silver, and worked with gemstones and gold and silver thread. It is 35 feet wide and 20 feet tall. It shows Tiamat crushing cities and surrounded by adoring followers. Yep. Okay.
They're not radiating
You can
magic.
give me another intelligence check. Okay, not enough.
Wow. All right, quick glance over. None of these tapestries are glowing, obviously.
Nope.
Okay, I don't see anything glowing. Nothing's picking my eye. I don't see Icarus in here. Move around to the other side. I'll start with 18 and bottom 18 and work my way up.
An enormous bed is covered with soft burgundy bedspread, and the fire crackles in the fireplace, lending room warmth and atmosphere. There's also like a chest, which you see in front of the wardrobe here, right there. And the wardrobe, and then there's tables here. Here's the fireplace, bed. Other than that, let's see. Nope, nothing else. Let's see if you see anything. No.
Is the chest locked?
You want to fill with it?
You know what? That's not my thing, and I don't have time for it. I'm probably passing up good loot, but oh well. No, next bedroom.
Okay, next bedrooms. The shutters are open in these rooms, allowing light to shine in. There's some unmade beds here. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Next room.
Same.
21.
3 open windows let light in and air. The room's walls are adorned with stuffed animal heads, including a large 14-point stag, a mountain goat, a bear, 2 winter wolves, and what can only be an ankag's head. 2 tattered banners hang from the ceiling, and 2 leather chairs and a handful of braziers complete the comfortable parlor.
I can respect that. All right, so I've cleared the entire upper floor for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did I clear the entire bottom floor?
Except, yes.
All right, now, when I got to room 10, I just thought about this a little while ago while you were talking. The room that Horace's stuff was in, did I see his backpack?
Yes.
All right, I would have took that with me.
Okay.
Not looked through it or anything. Knowing that it was his, I would have took it. I'm going to check the basement real quick.
Okay. When you get into the basement, it's largely picked clean. Like the stuff is missing, and the 3 prisoners are still in here.
Okay. The 3 prisoners are still in here?
Yes.
Dwarf still look beat up?
Yes.
All right, so I look around.
He's actually seems to be unconscious or sleeping right now. One of the both.
I go up to the dwarf. Shit!
Didn't hear you. Sorry.
I
Was
shocked.
loud. Okay.
I shocked the prick right in the cup.
Okay. Well, you.
All right.
You want.
Now,
He's
can I
awake
open? I hope you rot in hell. I open the cages to the girl and the guy. Can I free them?
If you want to. There's still some people might coming down for the rest of the supplies, but you could try. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna free them.
Okay.
I tell them both to keep their mouths shut and not say a word. And I put my one hand on each of their shoulders, and I'm leading them in front of me. Oh wait, I can't do what I wanted to do. All right. All right. Scratch that. I release them, and I say, "Let's go." And I'm dragging them out very roughly. And I'm gonna lead them out towards the front door. Treating them like shit the whole way.
Not
Okay.
fitting music then.
I was gonna say, and they start playing rap music.
Okay, so you start to bring them upstairs, and you kind of obviously get noticed by the kobolds and the cultists and the servants kind of running around. And one of the cultists kind of stops and says, "What's the meaning of this?"
We're burning the place down. I am to take the prisoners with me.
No, the prisoners are here to burn.
There was a change of plans that Talus told me before she left. Who are you to question me?
Give me a deception roll.
Here we go. Watch. A 1. Ready? That was close.
Pretty close.
Not that far off.
Well, I rolled lower. It kind of like says, "What is to happen with them then?"
I am taking them to the town. They are going to be further interrogated. Well, she is. Talus has other uses for this guy. I'm not sure what. She didn't explain. I didn't question her.
He nods and says, "Very well. We'll take them with us."
I'll still give him a chance. I pushed them towards him.
Okay. He takes them in, kind of slaps the woman in the face, kind of punches her.
I tried.
And then
You being me?
they get dragged out.
Yeah, I'm not Icarus. I walk towards the front door and I look for Salami.
Yep. He's standing outside, still kind of waiting for you. It seems.
Have you seen him at all?
Nope, haven't seen it. But I do know that down the hill is the way we're supposed to go, and he points.
I may have another way.
Okay. Looks strangely.
See what I don't. Oh man, I don't want to fuck Icarus.
Sorry, never mind the part you told.
I've already got his
You didn't
equipment.
trust the guy, so.
How? Shut up. How many? How far is it to the town? Do I know? Is it a day? Is it a half a day? Is it an hour?
Give me an intelligence check. The thing we spoke about.
Yeah. No.
You have the feeling that it is some amount of time going to take some amount of time, and it's not like weeks. It's not. It's more like an hour.
Okay. All right. Let's start. Let's go, and we'll start walking towards the town. And once we're out of is there any indications on the ground in the front, quick thing, like a trail from his horse or him or something?
Okay. First of all, before you kind of move around, I would like to know how are you spreading the weight of Icarus's stuff because it's weighing some amount.
I don't have it. He does.
Okay. So the weight is about. Wait, you don't have your. Oh, there it is. Okay. The weight is about 100 pounds, I'd say. 110 maybe.
Inventory. I can hold it.
You can?
Yep.
Being unencumbered, or you can just hold it.
Heavy encumbrance.
At encumbrance?
At encumbered. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like slower.
Yep. Okay.
No different
So-
than walking around with a 98-year-old guy.
Actually, probably a little bit faster. No, actually a little bit slower. Actually, a little bit slower. Just by that much. Okay, give me an investigation check. Okay, yeah, give me an investigation check. I just need to make up my mind for the DC.
Me too.
No, he made it. So you take a look around, and there are people like moving around here a lot, and can't seem to find the trails of either Icarus or some hoof prints.
What do you think became of him? Do you think he was captured? Do you think he ran off?
I think he probably went after the damn horse.
The metagaming is strong in this one.
I don't see the horse. What happened to the horse?
He's a divination cleric now.
Why wouldn't the horse have followed him instead of the other way around?
All right, then.
Says Horace before the spirit vanishes.
I have no idea where he went.
Okay.
Let's go. We're gonna start walking towards the town.
Okay. Yeah, after an hour or two, you come over a slope of the mountain, and you can also see the castle, and probably the village as well. Okay, and that's where we're gonna quit today.
I did everything in my good conscience to try to find Icarus.